Let me ask you a question. Have you ever held a secret from your friends or your family that you just didn't want them to ever know? Maybe it's a bad grade on a report card or even an ongoing health condition that you just don't want anyone to know about. And after weeks and months of extensive research and some long, extensive phone calls, I found that what I have is not treatable by myself. To be honest, I haven't been completely honest with you guys. Everyone who's been watching my videos, there's something I really gotta tell you. No, this isn't clickbait, and no, I'm not lying to you about what I'm about to explain to you that's gonna be happening in today's video. And a lot of y'all who have been watching my channel for a while, you saw back in 2019 when I had knee surgery, that was probably one of the craziest and most life-changing events that's ever happened to me in my entire life. Did I recover from it? Of course. Did everything go according to plan? Well, not necessarily. This scar on my knee here and here is exactly where I had the surgery take place. Fast forward to 2 months after surgery, I was left with two things: a scar on my knee and also no feeling in my knee. See, I can't live with no feeling in my knee, but it's the scar that I was actually the most concerned about. So I went to Google and I looked up, can scars get cancered? And the results may be shocking. They actually can, and especially in the scar tissue buildup area. So I knew exactly what to do. See, I never really wanted laser scar removal surgery, especially on my knee, because every time I look at this, it just reminds me of one of the hardest times I've overcame in my entire life. But after a few years of me actually going over the process of if I want to do this or not, I finally came to a conclusion. And after a few months of debating if I even want to do this to my body, I've officially teamed up with Scar Healing Institute to do a laser scar removal on my knee solely for one reason. My family doesn't have the worst medical history, but I definitely don't want to be the first to start it. And if you're confused by what I mean by that, come with me this way real quick. Since I'm always out in the sun training and just constantly outside, I'm exposed to a lot of sunlight. And what a lot of people don't know is that it could potentially cause cancer on the scar on my knee. And that is a chance I'm not willing to take. As I mentioned before, I'm teaming up with Scar Healing Institute to take care of this scar on my knee, to completely remove it by laser and hopefully reduce the chances of me getting cancer from this scar. Ever since I was a little kid, I never liked getting surgery, and to know that I'm having one coming up pretty soon kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety. I'm feeling a little nervous, but as long as y'all can give me some positive comments in the comment section down below, that would help a ton with this entire process. Which means in a few days, I'm gonna be flying across the country all the way to Los Angeles just to get this surgery performed on me. Of course, the scar on my knee is not a cosmetic removal thing that I'm doing. If I didn't mention that earlier, I just wanna put that out there now. This is for a long-term benefit play that I'm trying to do here with my body. And remember, your body is your temple, so take care of it. On top of getting laser scar removal surgery done on my knee, there's also one other issue that I haven't really brought up. And if I want to be honest with y'all, this thing involves having surgery done on my eyeball. This thing on my eye, it's been here for a while, like I've already mentioned, and it's not causing me any pain or anything, but it's hard and it feels weird. I've had this little bump on my eyelid for the past 2 years now, and I have no idea what it is. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't bother me, but I sent it to my friends over at Scar Healing Institute, who are the same people that are going to be taking care of my knee for my laser scar removal, and they said they can take care of the thing on my eye as well. That's some really good news. The bad news is I have no idea what it is, and everything that I looked up online says that this could potentially be causing cancer and some other bad health issues for my body. Eye surgery is something I've definitely feared getting my entire life. I've never had contacts, never needed LASIK, but to have something growing on my eye now for the last 2 years, and now the day has come where it's actually gonna get removed. Everything isn't really as it seems always, is it? The benefit of getting this thing removed is pretty high for me, to be honest. For my body overall, it's really great. Versus me leaving this here forever and who knows what potential harm it can do to my body. In all honesty, the only thing I need to do to prepare for this is all mentally. Physically, there's nothing I can really do. It's all up here, really. Now, the only downside to surgery is if it does get infected once being cut open, then that could lead to really much worse things that I'm already dealing with than now. As a matter of fact, if I really trust myself and trust the doctors to operate on my body, to do surgery, and to know that I'm gonna be in perfectly good hands. Fear is what I seem to perceive, but I gotta truly believe that everything is gonna be completely fine during this operation. There's no words really to truly describe how I feel about this entire thing besides anxious. Now, y'all know I've had surgeries in the past, but I didn't even know the doctors, that's the thing. The doctor I'm gonna be seeing now in LA, who specializes in this stuff, is one of the highest top-rated doctors in the entire world. So I have full confidence and full trust in him that he'll be able to pull this off, leaving me completely healed. And more importantly, scar-free. No, this doesn't mean I'm not nervous for this surgery. I am. Because it does involve my eye. I did see a few years ago, my brother had this eye surgery where they injected his eye with a needle. I'm afraid that that's actually gonna have to happen to me in order to get this done. Now it is real surgery, so anything could go wrong. And the worst case scenario, I go blind and I never see again. Let's not manifest that and wish that upon anyone or myself. There we go, that's full commitment. That means I actually have my flight booked now. As y'all can see right there. We're flying to Los Angeles in literally less than 48 hours, which means I can't back out of this surgery now. I've already got the plane tickets. My mindset is set on even going. I just don't know the probability of all of this actually working out. Like seriously, just imagine, so much could go wrong in this situation. If I miss my flight, I miss my surgery. And if I miss my surgery, then that's just gonna cause a lot of issues on the back end of things. I've never really needed more support than I do than now because I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. I'm having something in my eyeball being dug out, and I'm having a scar on my knee being lasered completely away. Now I could definitely be overthinking it right now and just in and out of my head, but we gotta be realistic, y'all. We saw what happened with my brother. Everything did go fine. He did definitely have to need a needle to go into his eye though. Actually, 2 needles went into his eye. Comment down below. Can you relate to eating things when you're really nervous or scared? I always find myself eating when I'm nervous. Another crazy thing is my mom, my brother, my sister, my grandma, and none of my friends even know I'm gonna go into surgery in just a few days. Really want them to know either because everyone was just gonna panic and freak out. Kind of like I already am now, and it's not gonna help me. It's gonna raise my blood pressure and everything is just gonna, you know how it goes. Ultimately, it comes down to the doctor and his abilities to be able to pull all of this off. And I truly am confident with this doctor that he's able to even do all of this. Again, big shout out to Scar Healing Institute for even making any of this possible. We did talk about this, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. A few years ago, he did want to do something with removing the scar on my knee, but I didn't want to do it. And I didn't, like I mentioned earlier, it was a really monumental thing on my body. It's kind of like having a tattoo, you know. But this tattoo can lead to, you know, further health issues, you know. The doctors also worked on tons of celebrities and a lot of different influencers across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. So I have full confidence to be able to completely help me with my 2 issues, my eye and my knee. I kind of forgot to mention that I've never had a surgery such as this one right now. I'm gonna call it a cosmetic surgery because that's the category I'm assuming it falls under. It's not like having an ACL reconstruction like I did or a broken arm like when I was a kid. To be fully transparent with you, I shouldn't be as nervous going into this because nothing theoretically is wrong with me. I mean, the scar is just gonna be there forever, whether I get this laser surgery or not. And same with this eye thing. Now, before I go, I just want to mention a few things. One of those is I'm going to be uploading this video the day before I get the surgery. And after I get the surgery, I'm going to be uploading that video the very next day. So y'all can see real time what's going on with my body, the changes, and if everything worked out to be successful or was it a fail. I have to start packing. I have a ton of different things I need to do before I even get to this. And did I mention it is in Los Angeles? So that's all the way across the entire country just to have a surgery. Again, this isn't my normal type of YouTube video, but y'all seem to love every time I have some kind of surgery happen in my life. So I'm gonna be documenting not only this for me, but for other people who may be inspired who are nervous to get surgery would maybe, you know, have a little more confidence in themselves and go out there and get it if they need it. Again, this is for future long-term health benefits with my body, so nothing can either harm me in the future with what I have now, and I can prevent it from even happening. And if I do have the opportunity to stop it, why wouldn't I? Again, I'll be taking y'all through the entire process from beginning to end of this surgery, taking you guys along with me on this journey. If you haven't already, turn on those post notifications so you know exactly when I'm uploading these videos and what's gonna happen with the surgery. Let's do this.